Salutations, fellow nerds. I'm Rick Y, and today is November 4th, 2025. I'm thrilled to announce that the world has finally lost one of its rectal screws, Dick Cheney. But before we celebrate poetic justice, today is also election day for a lot of Americans. If you're here in California, yes, on Prop 50, multiple conservative states have already redrawn their district maps, so it's imperative that we show up and play by the same rules that they changed. If you don't like it, don't do it. But don't cry foul when we finally answer in kind. And now the good news. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has finally kicked the bucket. Now, while the mainstream outlets will probably try and polish his legacy, I'm going to crack open a beer for every Marine and Iraqi civilian who never made it home because of that piece of shit. And from what I'm gathering, he reportedly died from complications of pneumonia and cardiac disease. Not exactly the obituary that I think everybody was waiting for, but I'll take it. And now the revolving door of blood and profit. From 1995 to 2000, Cheney ran a company called Halliburton, turning it into a war contractor on steroids. Under his watch, its subsidiary, KBR, perfected the military outsourcing model, feeding troops, running bases, handling fuel, laundry, and basic logistics. When Cheney left to become George Bush's running mate, he kept deferred compensation and stock options, and the moment the U.S. invaded Iraq, those investments paid off big time. In 2003, Cheney pushed the invasion using the infamous claim that there's no doubt that Saddam Hussein has weapons of mass destruction. Spoiler alert, there was a lot of doubt. And no weapons of mass destruction. After the invasion, Halliburton got no-bid contracts, which means they didn't have to compete, worth tens of billions of dollars to rebuild Iraq's oil infrastructure and support U.S. forces. Audits later found massive fraud and waste, like $100 per bag of laundry or $45 for a case of soda or $27 million for meals that they never even served. By 2006, Halliburton had earned over $17 billion from Iraq alone. Troops went without basics while the contractors lived like kings. And the company hid profits offshore to dodge American taxes. Cheney didn't stumble into bad intelligence. He manufactured it. He pressured the CIA and DIA to link Saddam Hussein to al-Qaeda despite no credible evidence. When analysts refused to play along, he and Rumsfeld built a shadow intel shop called the Office of Special Plans to cherry-pick fake or unverified reports that fit their narrative. Then he hit the airwaves, exploiting post-9/11 fear, warning of mushroom clouds, and calling Iraq the low-hanging fruit. He even pushed forged documents claiming Iraq tried to buy uranium from Niger, and when Ambassador Joseph Wilson exposed the lie, Cheney's office outed Wilson's wife, a CIA agent, in retaliation. He manipulated the national intelligence estimate, removing dissenting voices, and blocked the CIA from briefing Congress. He sold curated lies as fact, and then used Congress's authorization as proof that the war was justified. He also championed a neat little thing still biting us in the ass called unitary executive theory. Basically, the president can do whatever he wants during wartime. That warped logic was used to justify torture, warrantless surveillance, black sites, and indefinite detention. Cheney normalized secrecy and undermined oversight, turning the executive branch into a black box of corruption. And he knew it was built on lies. Internal memos in 2004 proved the WMD story was a completely bogus claim. When confronted, Cheney brushed it off as a technicality, but it wasn't. It was a war built on deception. Hundreds of thousands of Iraqis dead. Over 4,000 American troops were killed. A destabilized region that birthed ISIS. And when asked if he regretted it, Cheney said, and I'm quoting, "I'd do it again in a minute." So yeah, before anyone lectures me on morality, understand this. This is one of the very few deaths that I celebrate. I feel joy in his passing and only regret it didn't happen sooner. If hell exists, I hope he's still falling. Anyway, if you dig the content, hit the like button and subscribe. Don't be a stranger. And y'all come back now. You hear?